Hi guys, welcome back. Today we're going to be doing a full face featuring nothing over $10. So every single product that I'm going to be using today on my face is going to be $10 and under. So you guys already know my love for drugstore and affordable makeup. I just love beauty on a budget because I'm just a firm believer that you don't need to go out and spend $100 on an eyeshadow palette and a foundation anymore. I mean, it's really just not necessary. I do have my fair share of favorite high-end makeup products and it's always fun to treat yourself and splurge, but for real, at the end of the day, if you're a beginner, if you're on a budget, or if you just don't want to spend a lot of money on makeup, you don't have to because there's so many great alternatives, dupes, and just bomb products at the drugstore. And today I'm going to share with you guys some of my favorites and they're all $10 and under. So I hope you guys enjoy. Definitely grab a snack and subscribe if you have not already. I have an entire drugstore makeup playlist. So if you're into drugstore videos, I think you'll like me and I think you'll like this channel. So I will link that down below if you guys want to check it out and do a little binge watching. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoy and let's go ahead and get into it. So the first thing, of course, for me, always brows. So I'm gonna go in with my NYX Micro Brow Pencil. This is actually not a new product. I just rediscovered this about two and a half weeks ago and I'm really, really loving it. So this one is just in the shade Espresso and I'm just gonna take this to outline my brows. I feel like most drugstore brow pencils nowadays, honestly, are the same. It's just that really tiny tip with a spoolie on the end. I think it really just comes down to what brand you wanna get. But I know CoverGirl has a really good one. Joa Beauty, Arches and Halos, which is a brow brand that you can get at Target. I mean, the list goes on. So I feel like it just comes down to which brand you like. Love it. And I just shaved my face and I also did do my eyebrows. I used to actually get my brows waxed when I was younger. Actually, not even when I was younger, probably even up to 3-4 years ago, I would get them waxed consistently. But now I just do them myself at home. I just pluck them and then I kind of just shave around them with a facial razor, just because when I was looking back at old pictures, my brows were so uneven and I feel like waxing did not really help. So then I'm going to fill in my brows with a pomade. My favorite one at the moment is from Arches and Halos. This is the brand that I told you guys about that's at Target. This one is specifically the Luxury Building Brow Pomade and just looks like this, just like a traditional brow pomade. This is an exact dupe for the ABH Dip Brow, and this one is in the shade Espresso. But I'm gonna use this with a really tiny brow brush. Which one do I wanna use today? Let's use this one from Shop Miss A. If you guys have never shopped on Shop Miss A, definitely recommend. All of their products are $1 and they have a lot of really great things on there. So that's another good affordable brand, but of course you have to order online and I think they have free shipping if you spend over a certain amount. I'm always that person that likes to just spend money so that I don't have to pay for shipping, because it's why spend $10 on shipping when you can just buy a whole nother product, you know? Okay, so I kind of messed up a little bit right here, but we're gonna clean that up. You guys already know. I'm actually gonna use the NYX Full Coverage Concealer. It's just their tiny concealer in a jar. This one's in the shade Beige. I personally don't love this for the face, but I love it for carving out the brows because it's more of a thicker formula. Doing my brows is my least favorite part about doing my makeup. I just feel like it's so boring. Needs to get done, but I hate it. Next up, I'm gonna go ahead and prime. I'm gonna use my NYX Proof It Waterproof Eyeshadow Base. I know that I use this in pretty much almost every drugstore video, but it's just because it's that good. I mean, there's other really good drugstore primers, but I always go back to this one. It's just super affordable and it just really works. So this one I do believe is waterproof. I wore this on my wedding day or just any time where I know I'm gonna wear my makeup for a long time. This always comes through and it's amazing. So I just like to do a pretty generous amount all over my lids, and I also bring it up to the brow bone a little bit. It is a little bit tacky, so I recommend maybe waiting 30 seconds, a minute or so. I'm gonna just kind of fan off my lids with my Amazon fan. So today for shadows, we're gonna use these from LA Girl. This is the Nudist eyeshadow palette. Super cute. I love how compact this is and it comes with a mirror, so it's really great for traveling. It's just an easy everyday palette. You could use this for a glam look, something a little bit more neutral. I am gonna start off with this shade right here, which is the light peachy soft brown, and I'm gonna take that and run it right in my crease. I'm gonna build this shade up quite a bit. Today's look is going to be really neutral. I feel like it could be perfect for just an everyday glam. So I'm gonna really build up this transition color. Then I'm gonna take a little bit of this really deep, more warm tone brown, and I'm gonna run that right on the outer crease, just a little bit. I just want a little bit of dimension in here, but again, today's look is gonna be super simple. You can see how rich that color is. I mean, I'm barely dipping my brush in here too. Sorry if the lighting is getting a little crazy. The sun is just so bright today. It's a beautiful day and it's just going kind of in and out. I am so excited to have like a different background in my videos because for those of you who didn't know, Hector and I did buy a house and I'm so excited to just kind of switch it up because this background has been around for like, I think like 2 years now, and it's like, I'm kind of bored with it. So I'm sure you guys are too. So with this color, you guys, this is what I'm doing with my brush. I'm just like barely tapping it in there because it is so pigmented. It's super rich. So you want to be really, really light-handed. Okay, let's make this a little bit, just a little bit smokier. I'm going to use some of the brown and I'm still going to mix it in with this shade. So I'm doing a little bit of that and you can just see lots of pigment. I'm going to kind of take that and sort of run it right on the outer lash line a little bit. This doesn't have to be perfect. I'm gonna go over with a shimmer in just a little bit. I kind of just want to make this a little smoky. Kind of blending the edges out a little bit. Okay, now I'm gonna add a shimmer just because I love just like an all shimmery lid with a little bit of the smokiness. So I'm actually gonna use this LA Colors Shimmering Loose Eyeshadow. So I found this at Dollar Tree and this is actually really, really good. They have a few different colors, but this is, I feel like, a perfect like everyday shimmery shade. This one's in the shade Honeysuckle. Yeah, it's really bomb. So I'm gonna use a little LA Girl spray, which I'm gonna use later on the face. Look at that. Like this is $1. So I'm really gonna pack it on and then kind of spread it out. So gorgeous. Kind of blending this edge out a little bit. And then I'm also gonna blend out the edges of this, of course. Is this not like so beautiful? Like this is gorgeous. I did kind of bring it up a little bit further up into the crease than what I wanted to. I was just way too heavy-handed like always, but I just took some time to blend everything out. But I'm obsessed with these. They're super pretty. You could even use this as a loose highlighter for your body, for your face. I mean, they're intense, so definitely check these out. I mean, they're literally $1 at Dollar Tree, so you can't go wrong. Now what I'm gonna do is actually do some smoked out winged eyeshadow. I'm gonna use my e.l.f. Line and Define eye tapes. You guys know I love these. I always just cut mine right down the middle just because one strip is just huge. You don't really need to do that. One of you guys actually told me about this trick about like a year ago and I've been doing it ever since, but like for real, you don't need the full strip because it's pretty big, just even when you cut them in half. They're huge. So I'm gonna go into the Nudist palette again, and I'm gonna go into the black eyeshadow in here, which is super black. I mean, you can see the browns in here almost look like an off black, like they are super intense. So I'm gonna go in with this. I'm gonna start off with a really small angled brush. This one's from Royal and Langnickel. Any brush will do. You just wanna make sure that it is angled because it's gonna really help for you to create that wing effect. So I'm gonna just take that black and I'm gonna start writing that right on my upper lash line. Look at that black eyeshadow, you guys. Most drugstore black shadows, they're not really this black. Like they tend to be like almost like a charcoal gray, but this one is incredible, as you can see. If you're a beginner, this is a really great way to do your winged liner because you are getting that same winged liner effect, but it's not as harsh. And I feel like it's not as hard versus using like a traditional liquid liner. So this trick is really my favorite, and I do it in a lot of my looks just because I love the way that it looks. And you could start off by doing the wing first as well. So I'll show you on this eye how simple it is. And when you use such a black eyeshadow, like this one's so good actually. I forgot how good this is. It almost looks like you used like a gel liner. Like it looks intense. Now this next step is optional. You want to take like a clean, little angled, fluffy brush like this. This one's from Luxie Brushes. And you want to just kind of, with no additional product, take that eyeshadow and just smudge it out to really get that smoky look. See, it makes it a little bit softer versus this. It looks a little bit more intense. I just love this like messy, smoky eye, sultry look. I feel like it just looks good for like anything. So that's pretty much all that I'm gonna do for the eyes. I'm not gonna do any winged liner or anything. I'm just gonna keep it very smoky. How many times have I said smoky in this video? Let's count down below. Okay, so now for mascara, I'm gonna just use a little bit of my NYX On The Rise Volume Mascara. I'm gonna use this later on for the lower lashes as well. I'm just gonna do a quick coat right now, but I am gonna also use falsies, and I'm gonna use these from Eyelure. They are the 126 lashes, an old favorite. I kind of like also rediscovered these and I really like them. And then for my lash glue, this is all that I use. This is all that you need in life. It's like Gorilla Glue for your lashes. It's the Kiss Strip Lash Adhesive. So I'm gonna put these on and then we're gonna come back and we're gonna do the best part, which is the skin. So I'll be right back. Okay, I told you guys, lashes always make any look 10 times better. At least for me, it's like once you start using lashes, you just can't go back. And I love these because they're not too much. They're not gonna hit your eyebrows or anything. They are a little bit more on the dramatic side, but I think they're perfect for like an everyday glam appropriate look. So if you're on the hunt for affordable lashes, Eyelure, Kiss, and Salon Perfect. Those three brands are gonna be your best friends. So good. So now what I'm gonna do really quick is just tightline. I'm gonna use my NYX Slide On Glide On pencil. This one's just the black one. This is a super creamy eyeliner formula. I really love NYX. So I'm gonna just take this and literally just tightline the upper waterline, just so that there's no gaps in between. And it's just gonna make that line look super thick, and your falsies are just gonna blend in a little bit better. So now for skin, I'm gonna use some primer spray. This one's from LA Girl. I've been really loving this. I forgot to talk about this one and their setting spray in my favorites video, but this is the Bomb Diggity. So good, it's super refreshing. Sorry, my camera is not focusing. The sun is just so bright, it's messing with my lighting. So I'm gonna just spritz my face. I like to cover my eyes just to avoid them from getting like splotchy or like the eyeshadow coming off or anything. So I just like to make sure that I don't spray directly right on my eyelids. Okay, now for primer, I'm gonna switch it up because I know I've been using the same primers in like all of my videos, so I'm gonna give you guys another option that I really love. This is the e.l.f. Blurring Primer Serum. So I think this is a really good dupe for the Farsali primer. I think that's what it is. It's like in the green packaging. I feel like this gives you that kind of same effect. It's like a really smoothing, blurring primer. It's a little bit less obviously thick because it's like a liquid form than like the putty primer. I'm really loving the matte poreless putty primer, but I wanted to just, like I said, switch it up today and just give you guys another option for those of you who don't like the putty formula but you want that really smooth effect. I think you'll really like this just because it is like a liquid putty, but it's a little bit more lightweight. So I'm gonna just pretty much put this on my T-zone. It does give you like that really smooth canvas, so check this out if you want something smoothing like the putty primer, but you don't like the putty primer, because I feel like that formula is like hit or miss for some people. Now for foundation, I'm also gonna switch it up. I'm gonna use my Hard Candy Glamoflauge Full Coverage Foundation. You can get this at Walmart, and I recommend getting this at a super Walmart because they have the full shade range at the super Walmarts versus like a smaller Walmart. But this one's in the shade Olive. I absolutely love this because it is super full coverage. I do have a little bit more to cover today, some scarring here, so I really want some full coverage today. But I also love, of course, my Photo Focus Dewy Foundation from Wet n Wild. I just want to switch it up again today because I've been using this foundation like nonstop, so let's do something different. But if you have dry skin, you will love the Wet n Wild one. If you have more oily skin, I think you'll like this one just because it is more of like a matte finish. I have combo skin and I really enjoy it, so I'm just gonna put this on all over. Does have a paint smell, so just kind of something to keep in mind. Doesn't last throughout the day, but like when you first are applying it, you could smell it. So if you don't like that, then I recommend the Wet n Wild Dewy Foundation. And I'm using my Haley's Beauty sponge that I love. This is a really great dupe for the original Black Beauty Blender. It's so pretty on the skin. This isn't like a really drying matte formula because I don't like that look either. I would say it's more of like a soft matte finish. I just love the coverage of it. Just do a little bit more. This little stubborn, I was gonna curse, but I don't want to curse on my channel. This little stubborn zit on my face, it just does not want to go away. And I'm like, okay, like let's move on now. Like you've been on my face for like almost a month and I'm over it. And I have another one coming through right above my lip, which is fabulous. I love that. So pretty, right? Like it gives you really great coverage and it's a very soft matte finish, but like it's not too much. Then for concealer, I'm gonna go in with the NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop concealer. I just started using this maybe like about a week and a half or so ago, and I really, really like it. Gives you like this soft airbrush finish. Like there's just something about it that I love. I like this more than the Born to Glow concealer. I just feel like this one looks prettier under the eyes and it has better coverage. So I'm gonna take this right under here, which is kind of a lot. Well, yeah, this is a lot, but I'm gonna use the excess product that I have on my sponge and I'm gonna blend it out to the high points of my face for a little brightness. But I love this concealer. It is so pretty. This also does have like a soft matte finish, but it's not drying. So again, I think if you have oily skin, you will really enjoy this one. Look at that. Oh my goodness. This combo is really, really pretty. I also really like this with the dewy foundation because it looks gorgeous together. Next up, I'm going to go in with the e.l.f. Halo Glow setting powder. This one in the shade Light is perfection. This has been my go-to everyday powder. I love it. Another good option as well that's like super affordable. This is only $10. It's the ColourPop No Filter setting powder. This one is in translucent. They have a bunch of other colors in this as well. So if you can't find your shade in the e.l.f. one, ColourPop is great. And both of these powders will look really good in pictures, which is like my favorite thing. Just gonna put some right on the lid, and then I like to take my sponge to press it in. There's no like shimmer or anything in it, but like it just really makes your skin look super seamless without it being like a matte translucent powder, which is different, I feel like, than most powders that are out on the market currently. Most of them are like matte. I don't know, like I have combo skin and I always like to mix like matte and dewy products, and I feel like I get the best effect on my face. Let me know down below if you guys have combo skin. Like, do you feel like you can use different products? To set the rest of my brows, I'm gonna go in with the e.l.f. Wow Brow Tinted Brow Mascara, which is my fave. So good. Now for the lower lashes, I'm just gonna keep it really simple. I'm honestly just gonna use the same colors that I used in my crease. So a little bit of this, a little bit of this shade over here. Then for the waterline, I'm going to use the NYX Faux Blacks eyeliner. This one is in the shade Burnt Sienna. It's just like a really rich brown, but it almost has like a red undertone, so it really makes your eyes pop. So I'm going to take this right on the waterline. So pretty and really creamy, and that's why I love the NYX eyeliners, because they are super creamy. And then I'm going to use the NYX On The Rise Volume Mascara, again from earlier, just for the lower lashes. Now to bronze, I have this new palette from Essence that I'm going to kind of test out and hope that it's good. I mean, it looks really good. It's the Sun Club Matte Bronzing Powder. So this is what the palette looks like. I already dug my nail right in there. It never fails, but I'm going to use the two top shades right here. I'm going to bronze the skin. Oh, that's pretty. It's a nice warm bronzer, but like it's really soft. So first impression, I'm loving this. Now for blush, I have this blush from Wet n Wild. This one is their Color Icon blush in Nudist Society. Really pretty, just like everyday peachy blush. The apples of my cheeks. Oh, I forgot to add bronzer to my nose. Let me do that. How pretty. And then for highlighter, you guys, this palette, I am blown away by this. The first time that I used this, I was like, this is the Kokie Cosmetics Strobing palette. So when I saw strobing, I was like, oh, this is gonna be more natural. And then I put it on and I was like, okay, Kokie did not come to play. This is so good. So I'm just gonna take these two colors right here and look at this first of all. Like, yeah, buttery as ever. And like, what I really like about Kokie Cosmetics is that their highlighter formula is really nice because it's super intense and it almost looks wet on the skin, but it's not powdery. So it's a really good drugstore formula. Okay, now for lips, you know I gotta do a nude. So I'm gonna use the NYX lip pencil. This one's in the shade Nude Beige. I'm a big fan of NYX lip pencils. This is just like their original. They also have the suede mattes, which I've been loving, and then they also have their slide-on, glide-on lip pencils, which are a little bit more of like a cream finish. This is just like a traditional wooden lip pencil, but I'm gonna take this and just kind of line my lips, fill them in a little bit. And then I'm gonna use a Wet n Wild lipstick. This one is in the shade Never Nude. This is a really comfortable matte formula. It's not like too matte, but it feels good, so. Then I'm just going to top that off with some gloss. This one's from Milani. It's their Keep It Full Nourishing Lip Plumper. And this one is in the shade Champagne. Just like a really light baby pink. Last but not least, I'm going to go ahead and set, and I'm going to use the LA Girl setting spray to really lock my makeup into place. This kind of smells like the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer, like just a little bit. It's not too overpowering, but it just smells really good. It reminds me of summer. Oh God. Whatever. So that is it for this full face featuring nothing over $10. I really hope you enjoyed it. I'm loving this look. I feel like this could be really good like everyday glam, or just like, you know, if you want to go out, you want to be a little soft, date night. I'm obsessed with it and I love these products, so I hope that you guys enjoyed, and please leave me your holy grails that are $10 and under down below. You know I always love your recommendations, and I think it's fun that we can all help each other out and look cute on a budget. So thank you guys so much for watching and hanging out with me today. I love you all. Subscribe before you leave if you have not already, and I'll see you very soon in my next one. Bye.